Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cubs Daily, hosted by me, Steven Ryan. This channel is your one-stop shop for all things Chicago Cubs, from breaking news to roster shakeups and reaction to all things Cubs. This is the place to be. Make sure you like the video, you go subscribe to the channel, and comment down below how far this Cubs team will go this year. Now, let's dive right into it. Last week, the Cubs signed Justin Turner, the third baseman, to a one-year, $6 million deal. This is coming off the heels of the Alex Bregman deal in Boston. Now, that deal is a little bit more long-term, a lot more money per year. The Cubs just didn't want to pay that, especially with all those young, promising prospects on the rise. Bregman would have been an excellent addition to this Cubs team, no doubt, for this year. But the years going forward, like 26 and 27, I'm not sure how it would have panned out for him. And then paying him all that money for production to potentially dip just was not a good deal for the Cubs in this situation. Now, Justin Turner, on the other hand, a one-year, $6 million deal. Way less of a risk if Justin Turner isn't working out because, he's 40 years old, and understandably so. Production will dip as you get older in the majors. This is a fantastic deal for the Cubs. He's going to provide that veteran leadership that they're looking for. He brings World Series championship experience. This addition of Justin Turner now gives the Cubs a World Series champion on their roster from the past 5 World Series champions. That's pretty impressive. You like to add that experience to the team. You like to have people that have been there and done that before. But now the Cubs need to execute. They need to go make it happen. Justin Turner is going to provide sustainability at third and first base for our main man, Matt Shaw, and Michael Busch. He's going to provide that righty-lefty switch at first base, which is super deadly for a lineup. So Justin Turner, although he will not provide the big numbers that Alex Bregman might provide, he definitely provides way more than the contract that he just got allows to say so. So last year, Turner hit 11 home runs. Bregman did hit 26, but he was way cheaper. He had 100 less at-bats as well. Just provides more sustainability for the Cubs in the long term, as well as their current 2025 success as well. So either way, excellent addition for the Cubs on this front. Excited to see how Justin Turner fits into the mold of this Cubs team. And you guys know Craig Counsell. He likes to plug and play as the season goes along. So I'm very sure he's going to find plenty of creative ways to use Justin Turner in this situation. Well, when you add a man to the roster, unfortunately, sometimes you got to take a guy out. And then in this situation, that is where our main man, Alexander Canario, was designated for assignment this morning. Unfortunately, Canario was a part of that Chris Bryant deal in 2021, bringing over Caleb Killian. We'll get to him shortly. And Alexander Canario, he had a lot of great power potential, right? He got a few ABs in the majors. Unfortunately, there's just too big of a logjam in the outfield, especially with Ian Happ, Pete Crow Armstrong, Seiya Suzuki, and Kyle Tucker. Those guys are going to be on a rotating basis throughout the season. So, unfortunately, there's just not enough room for Alexander Canario on this roster. I hope he gets a chance elsewhere to show off his skill because he did have a lot of good moments for the Cubs. I know he hit a grand slam last year. He has pop in that bat. There's a lot of potential there. He just needs to go to a place where it can be unleashed. Unfortunately, here in Chicago, that is just not going to be the case. Now, the other part of that deal we just talked about, right? Caleb Killian. He is going to be in competition for this 5th position in the starting rotation. We have Shota Imanaga doing opening day in Japan against the Dodgers. We got Justin Steele following suit, Jamison Tyone, and then Matthew Boyd, the free agent signing this year. We had the departure of Kyle Hendricks, Cubs legend. Salute to you, my man, for everything you've done. But I 100% agree. I think it's time to get some fresh young arms in there. We got young talent like Ben Brown, Cade Horton, etc. And last year, we had Javier Assad, who was the first half of the year was in the top 5 in ERA. And now he's battling for the 5th starter position in this Cubs rotation. It's pretty wild to think about. We also have a name like a Jordan Wicks. Jordan Wicks, who was injured last year. Jordan Wicks, the left-hander, had a very, very promising Major League debut a few years ago. But unfortunately, last year he did have some injuries, and he was able to rally around that last year. I'm very curious to see how the Cubs use this. I know a few years ago that Jed Hoyer mentioned in a press conference that baseball is changing, especially in terms of pitching. Traditionally, you want a starter, he can go 5, 6, 7 innings, and then you want the bullpen to take care of the rest. Well, now teams like to throw out openers, and now the Cubs are in a great position flexibility-wise with names like Wicks, Assad, Killian, and Ben Brown, where they can kind of keep that fifth position a rotating door, as you like to say, depending on what the matchup provides, right? And also, if Matthew Boyd is not on point in those first few starts, it kind of opens the doors for these other guys as well. It gives them long-term relief in the bullpen. So the Cubs entering this season have a lot of flexibility, ladies and gentlemen, and it's very exciting to see. I'm not sure personally who's going to get that nod. I'm guessing it's going to be played out this spring training, but I would definitely think that Javier Assad and Jordan Wicks are going to get that first look due to the year that they had last year. Javier Assad, for the first half of last season, was absolutely special, ladies and gentlemen. A sub-2 ERA. Unfortunately, the roster wasn't really able to supplement him that back half. But I imagine this year, maybe with more spaced out starting, with better offense and a better bullpen, that Javier Assad will be providing a much better roster and opportunity to win more ball games for this Cubs team. So it'll be very exciting to see who wins that fifth starter position. My vote is going to be Javier Assad, just due to last year. But don't worry, there are plenty of other options in the background, and they could strike at any moment. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about opening day. It is around the corner. It's March 18th, and it's going to be in Japan. Okay, it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be Shota Imanaga versus Yamamoto. An exciting matchup. It's going to be versus the Dodgers, the defending champions who have Shohei Ohtani. They have Sasaki as well. It's going to be a great test, right? I don't want to look too much into that first game, but it's going to be exciting to see. Now, who's going to start at third base? We talked about it earlier, right? With Justin Turner, the recent transaction for the Cubs. I do think this is Matt Shaw's job. I'm going to say that right now. Now, for opening day, though, they might give it to Justin Turner just because he has that veteran presence, right? He's been through a spring training at the big league level more than once, I would say. So I think they really want Matt Shaw to just kind of like hang out beside him, learn the position, learn the ropes, understand the day-to-day development of a Major League Baseball player. Justin Turner is not going to be a Hall of Famer, ladies and gentlemen, but he's a true professional player, an excellent hitter, career 285 hitter. I'm sure the Cubs would be very thrilled if Matt Shaw turned out to be anything like Justin Turner. So that is an excellent opportunity for him. So I'm guessing Justin Turner's going to get the nod the first day, opening day on March 18th. But I would imagine through April and May, Matt Shaw is going to take a bigger chunk of the role and really, really start to get developing at third base. He is naturally a second baseman. Last year, the Cubs tried it with Christopher Morel. Unfortunately, it really did not work out, but it's going to be very exciting to see how this Cubs team reacts. They got a lot of good quality pieces like Kyle Tucker in right field, Ian Happ in left, Dansby Swanson at short. And you got Nico Horner at second, who's not going to be ready for opening day, but we'll get to that in another video. But either way, they have a great plethora of veteran talent and young talent in this system. So it's going to be very exciting to see how does Michael Busch react, right, to his second full season as a big league full-time player, because he was popping off the first half of last year. He had some struggles, but he's going to start to figure it out. It's all ebbs and flows in baseball, ladies and gentlemen. So please, let me know your thoughts on this 2025 Cubs rendition. Let me know how far they'll go. Will they win the Central? These are all great questions. Again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steven Ryan. I'm excited to bring you to Cubs Daily. Make sure you stay tuned, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys very soon.